Okay, everyone, a very good afternoon and welcome to the MBA 52 AGM meeting online. First time in history, in 52 years, we are doing the first meeting online. So a very warm welcome and thank you for making time to join us. I hope everybody is staying home, staying safe, and follow all the SOP that is necessary to keep your family and your company safe. Okay, actually really not that much to say, but except that it's kind of a difficult times and everybody really experienced difficult time, especially for the industry. In fact, the government is making a lot of initiatives to help all kinds of SME, people like us who are little bookshops or maybe relatively larger bookshop, to go online and do our business online. So the things that actually there's quite a number of grants from MDAC and so on that you can actually apply to, or if you're doing anything that's digital, you can actually claim up to 5,000 ringgit from the government to help your company go online, as long as your company is properly registered with the Registrar of Companies as such. So there are some initiatives like government going on, and I believe that all of us have to adapt to the new normal and have to do at least something digital. Because if we look at KL and Sabah for the matter, all of a sudden these 2 weeks we are locked down again and there's limited movement and it's quite difficult to resume business as such. In fact, many of the bookshops, people have been telling us that it's quite empty at this present moment because people are also afraid to come out to do shopping. Okay, so the things that okay, I would like to record 30 seconds of silence to respect our Vice President, Mr. Freddie Khoo, who has just left us. Mr. Freddie Khoo has been serving for many years. In fact, he's one of the pioneers that's been serving the MBA for a long time. He just left us last month, and some of our representatives has paid our respects in the family in Johor. So we shall record a 30 seconds of silence. Okay, thank you very much. We shall move on to agenda number 2 to confirm the minutes of the 51 AGM. Let's look at the minutes of the 51st AGM. Let me look at it.
Can I disturb you a warm up here? Can you ask Amy to mute all the speakers because there are interruptions?
Okay, can everyone mute all your mics? Unless
I think admin can mute all.
Okay, I have muted all. Okay, I've muted all for everyone. Okay, this is the first page of the minutes. Second page of the minutes. third page of the minutes. Fourth page of the minutes. And fifth page of the minutes. Okay, for those of you who have seen the minutes, and the things that, is there amendments to the minutes? Can you please bring up anything so that our honorary secretary can record accordingly? Any amendments to the minutes? Okay, if there's no amendments to the minutes, can somebody propose the minutes to be passed and somebody second the minutes?
Mark propose.
Mr. Mark propose, seconded by? Anyone?
Balan.
Sorry?
Balan, yeah.
Balan, all right. Balan, were you in the meeting last year? You were in the meeting last year, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So thank you very much for seconding. Now we go to the third item, matters arising from the minutes. So we're going back to the minutes again.
Hello, I think there's a typing error on the name. The Balan is supposed to be Balan by Bala.
For the first page?
Yes, 13.
Number 13, Bala. Okay. Bala changed to Balan, B-A-L-A-N. Thank you. We'll amend that. Okay, matters arising from the minutes. Item 1, anything? Okay, I think before we proceed, I just forgotten. Let us all introduce ourselves. Please unmute and just introduce yourself. My name is Keith Tong. I'm from University Bookstore. I'm the president of the Malaysian Bookseller Association. Next person, please. Anyone?
I'm Mark here from Edan Sumber Malacca.
I'll call out your name, then you introduce. Encik Zul.
Hello, saya Hazizul daripada Jendela Informasi Sdn Bhd.
Encik Iqbal.
Muhammad Iqbal from Merash Book Distributors.
Mr. Balan.
Balan from IBS Buku.
Mr. Yong.
Treasurer from Madu Buku.
Henry. Okay. Zafri.
Zafri from Gallery Bookstore.
Desmond.
I'm Desmond from Impiana Publication.
Selina.
Hi, Selina from Scholastic Asia.
Then we have Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark here from Medan, Melaka.
Then you're Raymond. Then we have Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer from Pei Er.
Jean.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Okay, Jean is our
From
vice
Sabah.
president for East Malaysia from SATA. Right. Then we have Muhammad Yusuf, Landmark Books.
Hi, Muhammad Yusuf here from Landmark Books.
Welcome. Said Ibrahim. Right. He's driving. Maresh International Books. Can you introduce yourself? Maresh. Okay.
Mashrik.
Then
Yes, Mashrik. I am Suhaila from Mashrik International for Books. We just joined MBA a few years ago, and before this, we are for Arabic books.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, all of you.
Yes. Faisal from Hassani.
Hi everyone, I'm Faisal from Hassani Edar, Sungai Petani.
Taekwang Melaka. Are you there, Taekwang Melaka? Can you unmute and introduce yourself? Okay. Then we have Ahmad Saifuddin Amran. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. My name is Ahmad Saifuddin from
Okay.
Eastern coming on behalf of me. So here, I'm coming.
Okay. Then Chia from Union.
Yeah, I'm Chia from Union Alustar.
Muhammad Subuhan. Subuhan, you still there? Okay, there's another Oppo F5. Who is that?
Sham.
Sham is there, right? Okay. From?
Yeah, Sham from MPH.
Oh, from MPH. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we go back to the thank you very much for the introduction. We go back to the minutes. Okay, thank you for the introduction. Now, confirmation acceptance of the 50 general meeting was proposed, annual general meeting. Okay, the next one is matters arising from previous AGM. I think so far there is no takers to buy the shares from the from some of the owners who want to sell off the shares from MBA distribution, and we haven't really followed up through. And then I think several of the shareholders have also passed away. In fact, it's a bit complicated because sometimes we need to contact the next of kin, but sometimes it's difficult to get the next of kin, and some of the next of kin is also overseas and not in this country anymore. Okay, the next thing is on annual report. Okay, I think the amendment has been made. The point about drop in sales, I think this year is going to be even more drastic. Actually, we'll talk about our challenges in the other matters later on. Treasurer's report, I think pretty straightforward. To appoint internal auditor, also there to appoint auditors, the same. Then report on MBA distribution, really not that much. Okay, robotic project. Okay, other matters.
Meeting over here.
Okay.
என்னோட கம்ப்யூட்டர் கொண்டு போய்
mute please.
கம்ப்யூட்டர் இந்த லேப்டாப் இருக்குல்ல அதை கொண்டு வந்து எனக்கு அதை ஜாயின் பண்ணிக்கணுமா நம்பர் இந்த இதில்
Okay, I mute all again. Then we have the election. The thing is that the MBA actually allocated the money for the training or upskilling and reskilling bookstores. Actually, we have tied up with a company called CLS. But at the present moment, we are not spending any of our own money first because we have actually just applied to the World Book Capital to approve our application for training for all booksellers into new ways of doing sales and new ways of doing marketing. We have submitted, we have actually passed the first round from World Book Capital. Now we're just waiting for the second round. Hopefully they'll allocate something to us because I think one association will be allocated about, I think 30 to 50,000. I don't know how much we'll get, but millions have been given out to other people already. So we're just hoping to get a really small share from the KL World Book Capital, whom many finds that it's not really run by book people, but more of event organizer. But there are still some book people in the committee. Hopefully, they will allocate the funds to the book people rather than for events that may not benefit the industry. But we are still waiting for some good news from the KL World Book Capital Committee. Okay, I think that's about it. Will anything anybody want to bring up from the matters arising from the minutes? Anyone?
Regarding the MBA distribution, remaining shares, are we going to ask the association to buy up from those members who wants to sell it?
Yeah, we will actually ask the association to buy up, but the things that we don't know whether members will sell it or not. I think what we do is that we'll get our committee to contact all those families that will want to sell, and we will follow up with the families for those who want to sell. All right. Did we appoint anybody to follow up with the families last year? Chia?
I'm not sure who is supposed to be in charge regarding this matter. Let the committee, the EXCO committee, decide now. Later on,
Okay.
On the EXCO meeting.
All right, we'll assign the membership committee as well as the treasurer side. I'll let it to Encik Muhammad Iqbal and Yong to follow up with those people, see whether they want to sell the shares or not. Because especially those who have already passed away, it's better that they sell the shares back to the association. All right? Okay. Thank you. Any more things from matters arising from the minutes? Okay, if there's nothing much, we'll move to the annual report. The annual report, I will hand the session to our honorary secretary to share the annual report. I'll share the file. And this is we'll share your photos. Annual report would be okay, let's call it. Or you can see yeah. Let's start.
Okay, basically, I think this year because of the COVID-19, so
We lost sound.
We have lost Raymond. Maybe you just continue.
Raymond, can you speak louder?
Hello, can you hear?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the members actually based on the previous record, we have about 128 ordinary members and 14 associate members. But however, this year we will be doing some clean up for those members. If let's say the outstanding for too many years, we will remove the members from our association. So the next year we will have more up-to-date member list. And Mr. Chow have been appointed to check with all these outstanding association members, just to check whether are they going to continue or not.
Okay.
So the Pesta Buku Antara Bangsa KL, due to COVID-19 impact, the KL book fair has been cancelled and replaced by the Shopee online book fair on 23rd of June this year. So the exchange rate for the imported books, this is as before, so no change. The MBIC and DIBM meeting throughout the year, the MBIC has total of 3 meetings. And MBA actually is represented by President Kit, Desmond, and me in the MBIC meeting. For MBA distribution, this year we got no new activities because of the COVID-19. Notebook diary for 221 and the MBA online diary. The MBA notebook diary for 221 will distribute to the MBA members by 221. And the council has actually agreed to do a website with the online members directory, and this will be handled by Mr. Chow. Others, the MBA plans to upskill the members with the new skill set with the subsidized corporate training. This one, I think Mr. Kit will give more further detail. Okay.
Oh.
Any inquiry? Anything else?
Any inquiry on the annual report? Anybody want to bring up anything? Okay, if there's nothing, can somebody propose to pass the annual report and some seconder? Proposal, please.
Proposed by Zafri.
Zafri propose. Seconder.
Desmond seconded.
Desmond seconded. Thank you very much. So now we move on to the treasurer's and auditor report. I will share the screen for the treasurer report, and our honorary secretary will do the reporting. Sorry, treasurer. Okay. Young, over to you.
So this is the Treasury report. The revenue came in and at 19,500 and change, and we have a net loss of 11,500 and change. Cash in hand this year accumulated is 483,000 and change. Yeah, you can see. So the cash in hand, including all the fixed deposits, came in at 483,000 and change. So the net loss is mainly due to the book fair secretarial fee, which we didn't do a book fair this year, so it came in at 0. So we have a net loss this year, but we do cut down on our expenses. Yeah. So any question on the secretary report?
The treasury report.
Treasury report.
Yong, Mark here.
Yes.
Our fixed deposit is the same, it's 365,000, but the interest is lower, right?
Yes, the interest is lower due to the banks lowering rates.
Okay, thank you.
I think generally the last year and this year, there's really not much of activity, and especially the first half of this year is almost like nothing happened, you know, it's like crazy. I mean, all we remember is lockdown and wash hands. So really nothing much to do, and everybody is taken by surprise. And if you don't suffer super heavy loss, it's already a good thing. In fact, those associations who have permanent staff, they have actually dismissed almost 50% of the staff already because of operation costs, and because there's no book fair, we don't have any profit sharing or income from the book fair. But at the present moment, we are actually appealing to the MBKM, Majlis Buku Kebangsaan Malaysia, to give us a little bit of money to help us sustain the operations of the 5 associations within the MBIC, the Malaysian Book Industry Chamber, or Dewan Buku Industry Malaysia. So hopefully they will allocate some small money for us to run the operations. But the things that life goes on, we still will plan accordingly. In fact, relatively, we have a little bit of deficit of 11,000, which relatively is still quite okay, considering the things that we will do for the members or as such. So we will continue to work on doing more things for the member as we move along. And if you guys have any ideas or kind of event or things that you think that can really help the association, please propose to our central committee so that we can do something to help the booksellers in our businesses. Okay. Any more questions for the accounting report?
No. I propose to pass it. Mark here.
Okay, Mark proposed to pass it. Somebody seconded?
I second. Chia from Union, second.
Okay, Chia, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we move on to the next agenda, which is to appoint internal auditor. So I suggest we appoint the same internal auditor. So somebody propose and second. Young propose and Raymond second. Faster to appoint external auditor. Somebody propose and somebody second. Do propose and second so that your name is recorded into the central system, which will go down the history of all our minutes and historical document. So to appoint the external auditor, I think we use back the same because the fee is the lowest in the history basically. Can somebody propose a second for external auditor? We maintain the same.
Sham, MPH, propose.
Sham from MPH propose. Seconder?
Muhammad Yusuf, seconder. From Landmark Books.
From? Landmark Books.
Landmark
Okay,
Books.
thank you. Okay, Landmark Books, seconder. Thank you very much. So we move on to the report on MBA distribution and bookseller activity. Frankly, MBA distribution, Yong, do you have anything on your side? Not really, right?
We'll plan something. Forward, we'll plan something. Probably 2021.
Okay, actually, frankly speaking, really this year is kind of a kalam kabut for everybody. Not much has been done. But the things that in the MBA distribution, the field officers that is helping out, actually, we are thinking of a few things. One of the things is to work with publishers to sell some books, only exclusive to legitimate booksellers or members. That's one thing. All right. Another thing that we are looking at some publishing project. In fact, we do have some allocations to publish books under the MBA name, all right, some 2 years ago, and we have not actually come up with a publishing project yet. So the things that we'll look into publishing something, and if any of the members have anything that is really interesting and would like to propose to the MBA distribution, which is our business arm of the MBA, please let us know, all right, so that we can publish something and also probably sell them online as well. Okay. All right. So basically nothing much on MBA distribution. On other matters, do anybody have anything to say or add on other matters? Anything? Jean, you are muted. We can't hear you. Can you unmute? Those of you want to say something, you can actually unmute yourself. Yes, Jean?
Okay. I haven't received the latest certificate of the membership. Do anyone of you know about this one? Certificate, the latest one.
Okay, basically, I just update here the last because we will actually keep the procedure as normal. After the AGM, this the treasurer will actually update all the annual subscription outstanding list. So and give it to me by January. So for those already paid, then I will come up this certificate by February based on the list for this annual subscription from the treasurer. Okay, because previously we were not able to keep track of whether which member pay which member to outstanding. That's why in the last SO meeting we have come up with the new procedure. So which means after today the AGM, our treasurer will compile all these members who have outstanding not paid for the annual subscription. Then by next year, the January, he will give me the list who already paid and no more outstanding. Then from there, I will start prepare for the certificate and give it to all the members with no outstanding of the annual subscription. You understand?
I barely can hear what Raymond said, but I think will be over AGM, is it?
Okay, I think I will summarize. I think basically there's quite a number of people who haven't paid up the subscription. And what we do is that because last time we can meet physically and the whole committee can run through who has paid and who hasn't paid. But what we do is that we will run through again with the regional representative to see who has paid and who hasn't paid. But I realized that there's quite a number of members in the list has already ceased operation or closed business already. And some may not see any value in joining the association and they have just left and doesn't want to connect anymore. So the thing is that we just have to let them go. So at this present moment, the committee is updating the list and come up with a final list of members. Once the list is finalized, Raymond and Chia will actually help to print out, and Mr. Subuhan as well, will print out the certificate and we will post it or courier it to everyone of members that are still active. Okay. Now the thing is that, yes, Jean.
Oh, because my latest one is 2018. I don't even have 19.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay. Wait for Raymond to do it. Yeah, it's all right. I just want to ask only. Yeah.
Okay, so I think the one that we'll be doing will be for 2020 and 2021 for 2 years.
Okay.
Right? Because ours is like overlapping. John has anything to say or Ray have anything to say?
Yeah, I think the important is that by the end of it, by this year, I think for those who have outstanding the annual subscription, please, I think Mr. Yong will follow up and try to clear all the outstanding one. So after that, next year, I will base on the list from the Mr. Yong, then I will prepare for the certificate for all those members without the outstanding.
Okay, so those active members who have paid up the subscription, we will actually be updating the list as soon as possible, and we give you a cert for 2021 itself, maybe 2020 all the way to 2021. So you'll be covering for 2 years. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, good.
All right, thanks for bringing this up. Now, a little bit about membership. The things that what we have actually done is that Malaysian Bookseller Association and Malaysia Book Publisher Association, I think 2 months ago, we actually went to PTPTN and we met Wan Saiful and asked for probably some money to be channeled to the book industry. And Wan Saiful actually promised that he will see the Minister of Higher Education, Dato' Noraini, to talk to the PM again whether there is some form of money can be allocated to the book voucher. All right. And also this company, Green Packet, actually has volunteered to do the app free for the government so that funds and money can be channeled and booksellers can actually put the books into the platform to be sold. But then again, most of the time when we approach government, every time the message is very positive. They say everything can, no problem. They know the minister and stuff like that. But after that, we follow up with them. They always say COVID cannot happen and then nothing happened yet and stuff like that. But then we are not losing faith at all. The things that at this present moment, the political situation is still fluid at this present moment. And we ask, they say that let the government stabilize a little bit more and EXCO will go and follow up again. Hopefully we can get some money for the book voucher again in some way so that the book industry can have a little share of the allocation for the government. As I said this morning when I sent out to the group that please share something about what you need from the government. Send us a quote or send us a write-up in the bookseller group, or you can PM me if you really want to, send me the message. I'll compile all the requests and stuff like that and send it to the Berita Harian news portal. Actually, Berita Harian has been very friendly to the book industry. They've been doing a lot of coverage for the book industry because they are part of the book industry as well. So your permintaan hati or your needs or your suggestion, please share with us so that we can forward to the authorities accordingly. Okay, and do tune in, as I said, to like our Facebook as such. We are looking at a training program for reskilling and upskilling for our booksellers. And those of you who have professional companies or companies that you think that some skills is needed, that booksellers to be trained on, please suggest as well. We do allocate funds from our reserves to do training for bookselling. Actually, the Bookseller Association wanted to do more for the members, how we can help you to improve your business, how we could support your business. What is it that you want us to do for your business? Please let us know so that even though, I mean, the subscription we charge is very little, but we're going to give you more than whatever you pay for your subscription. But you have to convey the needs to the committee so that the committee can actually get a budget approved so that we can actually run all these training courses to help you. Now, there has been a request before for accounting training, all right? Like say how to do tax planning, what are the items that can write off, what are the items cannot write off, what is taxable, what is not taxable, how do you deal with entertainment, how do you deal with kind of training expenses and so on and so forth, and what are the grants available, what are the things that we can claim from government and such. These are all those things that we're thinking about. And then if you have a product or you have something that you want to share, we can actually do a Facebook Live, all right, or a Zoom session among booksellers so that we can do a session for the booksellers. Now, the other thing is that the MBA distribution, as I told you, we are looking into doing some publishing projects. Now, for those of you who is interested to be a partner for the Malaysian book and book distribution as such, so please let us know, because probably what we will do is that for those active partners, when we start publishing, we will channel through state distributor so that it wouldn't be messy, so that we have each state, we may have one distributor. If the state is very big, we have 2 distributors or segmentize the distribution so that all booksellers will have a share. And the other thing is that some of the members actually brought up, like, because the market is getting smaller and people are throwing away more discount, so in the end, all of us end up working for nothing, where all the discount is being thrown away and all end up with work alone. So when we do some kind of project for the booksellers, we want to make sure that everybody can actually make some money and don't throw away all the discount. And almost every bookseller in the association will have the power to be a distributor. All right, there'll be sufficient margin for you to play your role in the territory assigned. So do keep us informed. Now, anything else you want to bring up to us? If not, the AGM will probably just last this 1 hour and gao team already. Anybody have anything to share? All right, I will basically go one round and ask every one of you to say something or share something, all right? So I will go one round now. Okay, Encik Iqbal, anything to share with the association or any wishes to the association? Please unmute yourself. Do unmute yourself. Okay, can speak now already.
Not at the moment, because the whole entire process is very quiet. We have to carefully manage the business now.
How's the wholesaling business happening? Because you are the man who do the wholesale, the largest wholesaler in the country.
In fact, it's a big drop. I'm currently only doing 50% only of the sales of compared to last year.
Wow, that is really worrying.
Because another thing is no exam. Then the school, all of when they shut down.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's very uncertain. So we have to carefully manage the for this year. But we hope things will be better next year.
Okay, thank you, Encik Iqbal. Jean, would you like to share something?
Yeah, for us it's almost the same. School closed, and then of course we got nothing lah, because school closed. That means they don't have any buying anything. For us, we only have to cut costs. That means we don't open as long hour like before. So we have to cut hours lah, so that workers don't come that often. Like now, we only have 2 to come, and then next week maybe 3 like this lah. Just to cut the labor and then the cost of running the office lah. So at this moment, we only sells whatever is under the LPO. Yeah, LPO, maybe there's still a bit over lah, left lah. So the rest is, we don't even have walk-in. It's 0. So only WhatsApp, maybe through WhatsApp, we are selling, even now is selling what we don't usually sell, sanitizer. Sanitizer for those who walk in and face masks. So I don't see any good for this year. I don't know. I really hope next year won't be like this anymore.
I think, Jin, we all have to really reinvent our business because the online people are coming, and then like Shopee, Lazada, and all these kind of things, and other industry people are eating into our share. That's why the thing is that now is a time where all booksellers should unite, put away all our differences and bind together to survive. And cutting costs is definitely something. Like say for us, we are actually closing down 3 or 4 bookshops to consolidate into one bigger one and have a stronger presence online. And cost-cutting measure is a sure thing. I think most of us, when anybody leave, we won't be hiring anymore. All right, it's just scaling down. Okay, Encik Hazizu, you are the one of the key men in library. Can you share something about library market? Please unmute yourself.
Tak ada apa lah saya nak say lah, Mr. President.
Is the library still buying?
Ya, library still buying, tapi dia not much budget yang diorang ada lah.
Not much all. Okay, okay. All right, thanks for sharing. Mr. Balan, anything on the side? How is business doing?
So far, nothing. No libraries, nothing.
But you're doing a lot of university library, right? Is university still having budget or the cut?
Only we depend for the what they call public library only, but public library nothing. Private library, so they only got limited money only. You should know already.
We should appeal to the government that they should not lose track of the modal insan and human capital development of the nation, right? Okay.
So
all right, thank you for sharing. Mr. Young, you're one of the key person in primary schools, in the Chinese school. How is it going?
Oh, school closed, we close also. So we're depending on school. I'm just worried that after these 2 weeks, they will tell us that they want to extend the closure of the schools. So it's tough for everybody. But hopefully they won't make the decision to close until the end of the year. So hopefully they open again next month, and then we still have some business going on. But we just have to get through this year.
Wow, it's tough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Raymond.
Okay, same as Mr. Yong. If the school closed, I think our business is also closed. So we have to try to find out more business under the school. And that's what we are trying to do.
Yeah, sell sanitizer.
Y'all actually Ray, have y'all expanded into other businesses besides the traditional book business? Any new thing that you're doing, like alat bantu mengajar or something like that?
Anything we try to find any possible things that school needed, then we try to supply.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Mark, you are the president of the PTA. Is the PTA doing anything to help out with the schools and probably save the bookshop from being eliminated or died forever? Is there a lot of bookstores have a long history, you know? We can't allow them to die, and if they die, they won't come back anymore. Anything to share from the side of the parents?
No, hi everybody, Mark here. As I said, this is something that is very unexpectable. Nobody expect that, and of course there are a lot of uncertainties over there now. Okay, and frankly, I think the government will not simply enforce MCO or another round of lockdown and things like that. They will not. Okay, unless and until that is very risky. All right, the case will increase. I mean, in different zones, they will not close overall. Just like what we are looking now. They close on different zones and things like that. So likewise for schools, that will be the last thing that they will close, frankly. This is what I heard. They will not simply just close the schools and things like that. Provided, unless there is positive case in that particular school, then they will close. So as I said, this is just, as what I say, is very unexpectable. Every one of us, many of us depends on schools. And of course, depends on parents. Parents lost their job, they have no money, they have no pay. And of course, definitely, it's a cycle, I'm saying. Okay, and of course, parents or even the government, they are trying to what they call it, to help us. Actually, indirectly, they're trying to help us, without just simply close the schools and like that. This is what I can say.
I think in
Yeah,
short, we really need government support to put and inject some funds to the school and probably buy some things to the school, and then the things that probably channel some of these things to the booksellers so that the whole chain can survive and sustain over this difficult time. Am I right to say that, Mark?
Yes. Frankly, even what they call that, for the development of the schools, in fact, they have withdrawn the allocations. I was told that they have withdrawn 1.3 billion from the what they call allocation for the schools. So that means all those facilities, all those upgrading of the schools and things like that is put on hold. Okay, and of course they spend a lot of money getting all those what they call it, apparatus or all those things to combat COVID-19. That's why many of the booksellers here, I think you are selling sanitizer, thermometers and things like to the schools. All right. So this is what the government is doing now.
But Mark,
Yeah,
from your side, right, is anybody doing more digital stuff? Is there a new requirement or there are challenges for digital stuff?
Presently, as is it, what they call, for them to start, for us to really start, then it's a bit difficult because there are so many players in this digital line. So not many of them that I heard of, they are going to digital. Many of them, they are still the conservative kind of booksellers, depending on schools, and teachers.
Okay, just a point to note, I handle most of the international schools and our business for digital has actually grown tremendously. So any of the booksellers, if you are ready or you are at least digital savvy, I'll be happy to help you guys to run some digital promotions or program for your schools and your territory as well. Okay. Next, we will ask Marek International Books, you are dealing with Islamic books. Have you got anything to share with us?
Okay. Yeah, actually, now we are all suffering like others, but we are actually trying to work online. And I advise everyone to try online because I think online can solve the problem somehow. So we are making some sales online by opening our own website and also by opening some sales networks here and there. So this is my experience in these hard times. That's all what I can say today. But actually, I want to ask, because I came somewhat late, I'm sorry. I want to ask about the money that we participated with in the last book fair. Is there any, because they said last time they will keep it for the next book fair. So what's the new news about this matter? Is there any hope for making a book fair for the next year, or what's the future news in this matter?
Yeah, thanks for bringing this up. I would like to share an update as well. Like this year, the Kuala Lumpur International Book Fair is cancelled at the last minute. All right, so everybody is suffering. Then the things that we have the online book fair for the Shopee online book fair. Shopee online book fair, there's kind of a mixed feeling. Some are doing tremendously well, 3 times to 5 times more than what they've been selling, and some have sold nothing much online. It's also depending on how powerful is your online engine to play the online game, actually, because there's a lot. It's just not like putting your book on the shelf. They have so many vehicle engine and all sorts of social media. We call it a fly GTI, the Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google, Twitter, and so on. So there's actually a lot to do as such. Then it's actually in 2 weeks' time, we are supposed to run the KLIA 2 book fair, but that also was just been cancelled because it's not going to go on. In fact, all the booking and advertisement, everything has been done. So I guess this year there's not going to be much of a book fair. In fact, a lot of publishers has complained that they have more returns than sale, which is a big challenge for them. How many publishers are still going to stand? We also won't really know. In fact, everybody is suffering. And not only that, colleges, private schools, and so on, that is privately funded, everybody is suffering. So we just hope that God be merciful, and we should find a vaccine soon, so that people can get back to life.
Okay. But actually, maybe I want to contribute again. Actually, it is not fair to say like that. If you want to get our money back, they want to give only half of the money. And now they said, you get half of the money, and they are keeping the money with them. The company which was organizing the book fair, now they are keeping the money with them, maybe around 1 year. This money is making for them money. So let the matter, for example, I want MBA. You can deal with the company and say to them, as far as you are using the money, they can compensate us, and they can share one way or another to MBA itself, to our association, because they are using the money now, they are keeping it in their account, the money is making for them any profit or whatever. So why not all this money to give a share of it to raise the funds of the MBA itself? So why not we negotiate with the organizing company with something like that?
Yeah, we have noted on this. In fact, the book industry chamber have been negotiating with the government and the organizing committee for the book fair, the Ministry of Education as well as the event manager. They told us that some of the money already spent in advertisement, booking, and stuff like that. That is sunk cost, which we understand, and there's some which they keep as admin. So basically, after about 5-6 meetings, they finally agreed to return half of the money, and they are also in the process of seeking government help, see whether government can assist or help out in some way. But then it's a long process actually, and the money is scarce, so that the things that they're just trying the best, but we are constantly tuning in to the government to see what they can do lah. So as I said, do keep in touch. If you like to serve with us, do join us, and especially tune in to our Facebook. If there's any concern or stuff like that, do write to me or write to our honorary secretary. So we will document, we have a specific recorded document from the members. So sometimes we can actually forward this to the government of our views and the points to be taken. Because sometimes people complain or generalize, but if you don't put anything in writing, sometimes the government say, yeah, you could be the leader who is just the only one saying rather than from the committee. So we recommend you to write to us so that we will forward a letter to the government concerned or the authorities concerned. Let us help you to represent you and voice it to the authorities. Thank you for bringing this up, Tuan. All right. Okay, landmark books. Encik Yusuf, anything to share from the side? How is it doing?
Yeah, just want to share something as what many people of our friends here online, they are mentioning about, of course, very slow movement of sales, everything. And we also take the initiative of doing online business. So I'm not sure, because I'm not sure whether other people realize or not. Now, what are we doing right now? As you can see that we are doing a Zoom meeting to online. As this is time goes on, everything's changed to online, right? So this is one kind of beginning. It's a good beginning for us. It's a learning process also to us to make sure that we can, take every kind of challenges that coming to us, right? Coming toward us. As you can see that also just now, a few of our friends give us some ideas that you can do it through online. Of course, but I might suggest that if anyone could, join to any kind of classes or programs that can help us to gain more of, online sales, it can, you can reduce your cost as well as you can improve yourself because you're not using all kind of physical contact, So yeah, I mean, the kind of quest that I can share with everyone. And I'm so glad that, we did put something, extra to give benefits to other people. I think that's it. And thank you so much.
Okay, thanks for sharing. I think definitely the new skill of marketing online with all the social media. I think Malaysia, the two main ones, if I'm not wrong, is Facebook and Instagram. In fact, Instagram is number one. Facebook is number two. In fact, like say the younger generation, right? They are using more Instagram. Like my children don't even use WhatsApp or Facebook. They don't even account. Everything is Instagram. And a lot of these publishers who are doing crazy business, they're doing Instagram. So actually, I will look into this, see whether we could run a course on marketing your books using Instagram and marketing your books using Facebook, or maybe some concerted effort of an online book fair just for the booksellers. We try to work something out. Or maybe we can zoom in, we can allocate some money, like say, Northern region, you do an online book fair, we'll give you some money from the association. Southern region, we can do something. East Coast or East Malaysia for the matter. Let your views be shared with us. The association has some money, but the things that we won't waste it, but the things that if there's a need, why not? We are here to help the members survive. This is a trade association, all right? When it's a trade association, it's a business association. We want to help out, but sometimes we need people to volunteer. If your territory that you handle, whether it's north, east, south, or west, if there's something that we can do, propose something, come up with some budget, at least we can subsidize something and help you do something.
Yes, something that I want to add. Just Mr. Kit has pointed out. All right, what might be suggest that if let's say MBA can alliance with some developer that provide online shopping program, like like a workshop or something, they can give to all of us some extra knowledge about that, or how that we can target the market that is in Malaysia or outside, anything like that. Maybe you can, I mean, like, even though workshop also you can do it Zoom meeting or any kind of like that. Maybe MBA can come up with that can help our MBA sell something or any kind of benefit that can.
Yeah, thank you for that. Now, the things that actually I'm also exploring, I've actually been working with the UK government. UK government have come up with quite a number of online courses to help the people get into business. But the things that sometimes when we gather everybody together for online course or online class, right? But not everybody can allocate the same time to do, because you may be doing some business. And some people cannot attend at night, some people cannot attend in the morning. So now we are actually looking at some courses that you can do it anytime. It could be morning, evening, midnight, or middle of the morning as such. And we are trying to negotiate with the publishers to give us a very, very reasonable rate or something like that, so that you can attend those classes. And I will try to get the committee to actually approve some budget, all right, to subsidize this program. Like our members, say if the cost is 100 ringgit to do the course online or something like that, maybe the association can subsidize half. Or else you pay 50, association pay 50 for you. Or like say the cost may cost 200 ringgit, the association will subsidize 50%, so that you will attend the course and you'll help you with your business, how to do your book sale on Instagram or Facebook for the matter. All right. Are we agreeable to do this effort to spend money to help the members to go to online classes? Any objection for doing that, for the association to spend money to help the members improve the business acquiring skills? If there's no objection, I would take it as a consensus that the association to come up with money to help the members to do business and acquire new skills. Okay. All right. Encik Said Ibrahim, anything to share from the side? You can unmute your mic.
Yes, for me, almost same lah. Nothing to say. We hope for the good lah. We pray for the good.
Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. Landmark has shared, Mark has shared. Zafri, you are the key man for the locally owned chain store. Zafri, can you share something with us?
Okay, it's getting tougher, especially those operate in shopping mall. Just to share with everybody. But for those who operate at the high street, I think they are still okay. You see, so you can expect that with the COVID situation now, for example, like what's happening at One Utama. I think it's getting tougher for everybody. Maybe those who work in those who operate in the shopping mall. That's the only feedback that I have.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Henry, what about you? How about Ipoh, Perak? Are you guys affected or still standing strong? Henry, are you there? Oh, not sure whether Henry is there. Desmond, are you there? Henry, yes. Do share with us. How is it like in Perak, Ipoh? Can you unmute and share? What are your thoughts with us? Do unmute yourself, Henry.
Oh, at Ipoh Perak, Ipoh Perak still going not as normal. I mean, it's not that good as well. What we see is like government is not giving any allocations, especially you see what I see at the schools, like supplying to schools, right? To heaven. Right. I mean, for the schools that the allocations of the schools, they are not being spent because there are certain money like for kertas ujian and for sukan. The schools have not found way how to spend such money. So I see is not that. I mean, it's not the market is not that good. The market. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
So that's what I want to say. I think the government is going to save costs and save money for school allocation. Maybe till next year. I think this applies to the school, government schools nationwide. Yeah, that is it.
I think in times like this, right, all of us study economics in university and college and so on, right? Times like this, we really need the G factor, government spending. If government don't spend, the economy don't move, and everybody die. All right. Actually, these few months is really crucial for the government to spend. Thanks for sharing. Encik Faisal, Hassani Eda, anything to share with us? Please unmute yourself.
Hi everyone. My suggestion to MBA, why not we collaborate again with Shopee or Lazada or any online shopping platform to do again like last time we did, because this coming December and January is back to school time for all students. Why not we just do one more online book fair like last time we did?
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, we are actually still waiting to do one with Lazada. Last time we did with Shopee, but we're supposed to do one with Lazada, but it still have not really happened yet. That's a good point. What we do is that we'll follow up with the MBKM again, and we bring this thing up. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Selena, have you anything to share? Is the largest international publisher among us? Any suggestion from the global side, Selena?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
I said you are the largest publisher in the world. any suggestion for us? You being in the first world, we are in the third world. How do we survive?
We are also actively migrating online. We are investing a lot into digital products. So I think that's the broad direction of the future.
So it's still digital. The message is still digital,
I don't think the world will go back to what it was before, lor.
Yeah. But the accessing the print, especially for children, right? Digital cannot do what the print can do, especially in the primary and the children market, right?
Well, from a learning perspective, I think it will still be blended, a blended experience. But you're looking at the way that you reach out, get your message out there, reach out to the audience, whether it's it's the parent, it's the end user, it's the teacher. Digital is still, the more reliable way hereafter. I mean, this pandemic pushed a lot of people, young and old, to into the digital space already. I mean, before COVID, we at least used to see parents were like, well, my kid's too young, I don't want them exposed to digital. We had, older people who were like, I'm not used to digital. Now everyone's on Zoom, kids are all learning online. So that's the space to, get people to know you already.
Yeah, that's right. I think Selena, I would like to collaborate with you. We are doing tremendously well for your Literacy Pro and Literacy Library with the international school. There are some growth here and there, and then it's such a good system where kids are learning. Probably I'll organize a session with you for all booksellers so that the booksellers can be our resellers too, to conduct the Lexile test for the student, as well as help them subscribe to a digital library where your system can actually prescribe books for them to learn. And if possible, we try to propose this to be a learning and reading program for Nilam as well. I'll contact your officers and arrange a session for the booksellers.
Yeah, I think give me a call directly lah.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
all right then.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Selena, for sharing. Tai Kwang Malacca, anything for you to share with us? Okay. Mr. Chia of Union, anything to share with us?
So kita berdoa next year will be better year lah. What to do? Baca doa.
So everybody become more alim and religious lah. God have mercy on us.
Yes. Okay, there's nothing much I can do, nothing much I can say. Okay, bye. So myself is lots of prayers for everyone lah. All right. Thanks. Take care, everyone. Yeah,
okay. We go into the spiritual realm already. What about Encik Muhammad Subuhan? You're being one of the main distributor for imported books. Anything to share with us? How can we survive?
I think so far everything's gone already this year. Just pray for the good thing next year. Like we need to have the stable government to move on for next year. That's the only thing we hope for the better for country.
But we still have to prepare for next year, right? If we don't prepare for next year, we will say
we need
next year, right?
Yeah, that's true, because we are facing so many problems, COVID-19 pandemic, and we start with the stock, whatever we bring from the overseas, almost in the showroom. Nothing's moving for this year. We just need to carry on this one for next year for better things. So I think we don't have anything, maybe next 5 years, we don't know how we're going to survive in the trade. But we need to suggest, we need to have the one group to do the online. We need to have the MBA. We need to have team to run the online business, to helping our industry and helping our members. We don't depend on the other people. We need to structure the platform and do the things.
Yeah, I think
we need
so.
To think how do we get started.
We have to spend some money.
Then only can do the state. It can run the online business in every state. Maybe we can join venture with our member everything.
Yeah. I think everyone should prepare for the 11/11 sale and 12/12 sale, actually the online
correct.
players, right? Lazada, Shopee, and the like, right? Every month they have a 1-1 sale, 2-2 sale, 3-3 sale, 4-4 sale, 5-5 sale, and 11-11 sale, and 12-12 sale. So every month you can actually do some sale, but what kind of sale you want to do? Maybe we can come up with a program for next year, like 1-1 we do children, 2-2 we do preschool, 3-3 we do religious study, 4-4 we do Chinese books, 5-5 we do Malay books, 6-6 we do important books, something like that, right? So I would recommend that those of you who can serve, who is able, I think a lot of you are experts, please volunteer yourself, do something together. All right, contact us. We form sub-committee to do, because if you're the authority of a certain segment of books, you can actually be the leader of the book to help everybody prosper. All right, thank you for sharing. Okay, who hasn't shared?
Yeah.
Desmond.
Okay.
Anything you want to share, Desmond? Being a publisher among us.
Speechless. This pandemic make us speechless.
So library books still selling or not?
Return more than sale. What do you expect?
Return more than sale.
Really? The considered 80% return.
Wow, that's terrible. I tell what, for those of you, right, who have a lot of books, rather than write off or burn it or pop it into tissue paper, please, probably what we can do, we can coordinate something to give to the orphanages. Because those poor is even worse off. Nobody donate, nobody help. If you have access, you have bookstores and stuff like that, you got access, right? Or you have some books to donate. Let us work together. Even do nothing, right? We keep on giving books to the poor and get some publicity for your publisher or for your companies as well. At least help the poor. All right, we are still standing, still surviving, still drawing from our savings and past profits, but there are many people worse off for diners. So let's serve. So let's work out something. Maybe we do some charity drive to help others. Okay. Okay. Sham from MPH, can you share something? How is the bookstore doing?
For us, quite very slow in business, because this pandemic, I believe all of us not expecting this pandemic hit us very hard. So our company focuses on cutting costs major. So only buy the certain things yang very important, and then for us, hopefully the government can help us in terms of book voucher.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, thanks for sharing, Sham. Okay, Incheck Ahmad Saifuddin Amran, anything for you to share with us?
Okay, hi everyone. So in terms of digitizing our business, we actually have digitizing our business since 2017. We use SiteGiant as our service provider. So the MCO, the first MCO was not actually the online sale was okay, even though we have zero retail sales, walk-in sales. So what I can say is digitalization your business would tremendously help your business in these challenging times. So yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing. I think the message is very clear. I think we need to do blended or at least some form of digital to maintain survival. Now, some of you, it's recorded as iPhone or something like that, or anybody else that I haven't called that would like to share something before we end the session? Anyone? You can just unmute yourself and share. I see an iPhone and I see a Tai Quang Malacca have not shared yet. Anything you want to share? Okay, we have Mark and Mashreq both. You have raised your hand. You want to share something?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. So if there's nothing much more to share, we would like to thank you for taking time to join us in this AGM. It's exactly 3:59, so our AGM is less than 2 hours. It's the shortest AGM ever. Last time in Makan, got toilet break, got tea break in between, and so on. Probably 4 or 5 hours sometimes when we catch up. But unfortunately, we can't do that. So I wish everyone all the best. God's blessing be upon you and your business and your family. Stay home, stay safe, and may our business continue to survive and prosper. All right. Thank you, everyone. And we will end the session now. Take good care of yourself. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Stop recording.